What is up, people? Welcome back to my channel, Satori Graphics, where you can learn a whole lot of useful skills and also some techniques to help your graphic design career. And today, I'm going to show you some do's and some don'ts when it comes to freelancing or just, being a graphic designer in general. So stay tuned and learn a thing or two about how to conduct yourself as a graphic designer in a professional manner. Just a quick side note, I've been really sick the last few days, and so my content hasn't been on point and I haven't been so attentive with, my YouTube channel, but I'm getting better, and so let's move on with today's video. So firstly, let's take a look at some of the do's that you should be doing as a graphic designer, as a freelancer or just a designer in general, basically. One of the main things that some people don't actually take into consideration, and I've actually been on the receiving end of this when I'm talking to clients for, say, web design or app design, and that is you need to be polite when you're talking to your clients and your customers. This can be on the phone or this could be via email. But you should always be polite, you should always be attentive, and you should always make them feel comfortable when you're talking to them. This just builds a solid relationship and it keeps them coming back to you with respect and also with the knowledge and also security and peace of mind that you're the right person for their job. So the second do that you should be doing as a graphic designer, freelancer, or whatever is to overreach. Now, what do I mean by overreach? If you actually have the time and the resources, you should exceed what you promise your client. If you say you're going to provide the logo in 2 different versions, why not send them 3 versions? And this will leave them with a really, really good feeling, and it will show that you're going to go the extra mile to, be a great graphic designer and provide them the services they need from you. So the third do in a freelancing situation is to keep track of your money and your invoices and your finances. I can't emphasize this enough, and it's not just for tax reasons, but it's really important to keep track of your money you're spending, how much you're earning, and how much you're, paying out to other resources. Now this is because you need to understand how your career is actually escalating, or unfortunately, it might be declining. So you need to keep track of this, and you might need to change your prices and your quotes for your jobs in the future. But there's many apps out there you can use to keep track of your finances as a graphic designer. So the last do as a graphic designer is don't let your portfolio stagnate. Try and update your graphic design portfolio every single 2 or 3 years at the most. I'm actually really guilty of this because I've not updated mine in at least 3 years. But I plan on doing that very soon when I have time to do it. You need to keep your recent work in your portfolio because as we grow as designers, our style changes, our skills grow more efficient, and so an older portfolio doesn't reflect who we are. Okay, so what should we not be doing as freelance graphic designers? I've got some 4 don'ts for you to hear right now, so stay tuned and see if you are guilty of any of these mistakes. The first don't is to don't be scared to inquire about potential work. On Twitter, calling up people on the phone or just emailing people. Do not be afraid to contact someone for potential work if you have a portfolio. You simply have nothing to lose. You can just contact them, and if they say no or don't even reply, you've lost nothing. You've essentially lost nothing in that situation. But if they do need your services, well, you've gained a new job and you've gained a new asset to your portfolio. So yeah, don't be scared to contact people for potential work, but don't spam them either. Contact them in an articulate manner. The second don't is to do not ignore the brief. I've spoken about this so many times on my channel, and it's so hugely important. The client illustrates everything they want you to do with your services as a designer in that brief. So you have to adhere to the brief. You have to read every single detail of that brief and understand what they want you to do as a graphic designer. There's no use you reading a brief and then straying away from something you think is a better idea or a better option. Use the brief as your guide to the graphic design project. So the third don't as a graphic designer or freelancer, do not be cold to clients. Do not reply to them with 1 single sentence answers. Don't be harsh, don't be cold. Come across as a friendly and a warm person As I said before, this really does build a good relationship, and it will make the client or the potential client come back to you again and again and again, because they know you're a warm person, you're attentive, and you are ready and willing to work with them in a professional and a business manner. So lastly today, the fourth don't for freelance graphic designers or graphic designers in general is to do not ignore social media as a way to leverage your graphic design career. Social media is free advertising, and you really need to be using it in 2019 and going into the 2020s. And again, don't spam social media. Use it to your advantage and really optimize your work, your skill assets, and who you are as a graphic designer on social media. It is free advertising, and it can be really hugely impactful for your graphic design career. So there were 4 do's and 4 don'ts when it comes to being a graphic designer and also, well, just a freelancer in general. As you can probably hear, like I said, my voice isn't up to standard because I'm pretty sick still. But next week, I'm going to be back with more fresh content. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you want to see on this channel? What do you want to see on Satori Graphics? Because I want to make the best, useful, and most practical content for you guys. I appreciate every single like, every single view, every single comment. And this channel is growing so well and so immensely. I cannot explain how happy it makes me to see my channel helping people out. And speaking about helping people out, I've actually got a service linked in the description of this video where you can pay a small fee and I will offer a detailed and thorough critique of one of your projects. So if you want me to do that, go ahead, check the description down below and pay for the service and drop me an email. But until next time guys, have a great day and design your future today. Peace.